Hey guys, Sandy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you the layouts that I completed during September 2020. I do have a big old stack, so I'm excited about that. The first thing though, I did create 3 cards this month, and this was using the Brutus Monroe Stamptember stamp and die set. So I made this Halloween one. I also made a Christmas one, and then I made a Thankful for You one. They're a little bit hard to see on camera, but they're great in person. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and get to it. Now this is a layout that I did for the summer fading into fall hop. Just asking, is it fall? Because it was 104 and 105 degrees. So yeah, this is fall in California. This is a layout that I used Spiegel Mom Scraps storybook and also the little gold. I made sequin shelves for this photo of Disneyland back when it was first imagined. And I also used 2 different castle shaped stencils from Scrapping Reflections and did it that way. This is a layout that I used with the Cocoa Vanilla Unforgettable collection. Now this is also a Scrapping Reflections stencil that I did a stencil print with, and then I just used the collection. It's on the Midway, so this is at Toy Story Midway Mania. Here is a layout that I used with the new Fancy Pants travel collection. I absolutely can't even speak, I'm so excited. I absolutely adore this pattern paper with the airplane seats. This is a little bit of Chamel Sparkle City that I still had in my stash that I threw there, and also some Sweet Story. So yeah, the title is Calm Down Mom, or Mom Calm Down, however you want to read it. I took a picture with Lana on the airplane, and then I showed it to her, and she was like, Mom, you need to calm down. So I chilled out my face a little bit, and we took the photo then. Here is another layout with Cocoa Vanilla Unforgettable. Now I document a lot of text messages, and I just do. It's just the thing I do. So I texted my husband, and I was like, how about if Crystal and Amber come for a long weekend after we get back from Disney? And he's like, okay, sounds good. And like that's just the kind of guy he is. He's just like, yeah, sure. So this is a lot of the Unforgettable collection with some black cardstock that I tore, and then a doily. Here is a layout that I made about the pumpkin cream cold brew at Starbucks. So there are 2 drinks that I really love at Starbucks, and one is the pumpkin cream cold brew and one is the s'mores frappuccino. And I've never had a pumpkin spice latte, okay? I've just never done it. And every time I would go thinking that I was going to get one, I always went for the cold brew just because I just like it. So anyway, I documented that as well. Now this is one of my favorite layouts of this month. This was also a challenge. It was Go Big for Lana. This is the layout I shared on Lana's birthday. This is a striped piece of paper that I used a ton of brads on, a ton of flowers, a ton of sequins, and just created it. And there are so many sequin things on the back that I couldn't washi tape over it like I normally do. I had to put a piece of paper behind it. So yeah, so this was posted as a challenge on Instagram and also in the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group. So there is that. Now this is a layout that I wanted to scrapbook, but I didn't want to put it on camera. This is covered up because there's bad words here. No bad words. And it's just, is this real life? Now, because of the protests and things that were happening back in June, our store had to close down early. And then this is a screenshot of someone screenshotted it and sent it to our leadership team that they were coming to attack our Target. So that's why this is kind of covered up. And I just journaled about that, and I was like, can I just can't believe that this is real life. But I wanted this because it was a huge part of my life at the time, and I just want to document it, but I just didn't feel like it was appropriate to video that, especially because of the no very bad words under there. So this is making memories, walking to Disneyland. So we stayed off property because in Disneyland, if you don't know, there are 3 Disney hotels that are actually on property, and every other hotel around it is called a Good Neighbor Hotel. So we stayed on a hotel around it and then walked to Disneyland. And I just used this map paper, and if you look real closely, the map is upside down, but I liked it this way better than I liked it this way. So that's, we made that happen. And then lots of Go the Scenic route and Maggie Holmes' Sweet Story as well. Now here is California Love, and this is kind of like a soft, pretty pink and black layout with touches of green, and then with my Mickey head. So all of my layouts for this album, which is Lana's birthday album, will have a Mickey head somewhere on each layout. Some of them I've done it, some of them I haven't. Like this one doesn't have the Mickey head, but it will. Once the layouts are all ready to go and the album is complete, every layout will have a Mickey head. So this is Happy Travel. It's a looking out the window shot, and then Lana and I on the airplane, and I just took some sequins and made a line down here. No journaling. This is a layout that I basically scrap lifted from Nikki Rowland. I made this starburst pattern. It's a small world. And then I trimmed down and used this as my edge. So this, from this edge to this edge, is 12 inches. So you have the, like the see-through bit. And then no journaling because I really didn't feel like it needed it. It's just a pretty picture of It's a Small World. So, you know, it didn't need it. Then we have this layout that I created for Paper House. This is just some of the decorations at Disneyland, and I fussy cut out these leaves and then used these puffy leaves here to just create a layout that I think has big impact, and it's really beautiful with not a lot of product. This is my son Alex with a This Is My Happy Face title. This is a mood board challenge that Sharon had given to Crystal, Amber, and I, and this is what I came up with. Now this is not going in his Marine Life album, this is going in the family album, which his Marine Life album is very patriotic color schemed. Here is a shot of Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland, and it's just lots of Go the Scenic route. This is a Scrap and Happy Studio epoxy flare, and then this is from a Chamel collection. I don't remember which one though. Here is glitter pastes and glazes through my chevron stencil at Scrapping Reflections, and I just titled it Oogie Love. Now I did use a lot of die cuts and wood veneer from Love from Lizzie, and I love how this turned out. I think that this is awesome. Here is, oh, that's what I get for not gluing it down, because it's an American Crafts sticker that did not stick. Big shock, right? So this is a layout, Dream Birthday. Here is one of those thin word stickers from the project pad that I just wasn't a fan of. It is just the opening of California Adventure and then the Disney balloons. So we have that one. Then we have this layout from Brutus Monroe. That is Say No to Turkey. And this is the stamp of the month. I just stamped it and colored it in with markers. And then the sentiment, So Thankful for You, is also part of the stamp of the month. And then these pattern papers are from the Autumn Paper Pack. So in case you are new to the channel or you haven't been around, we don't do turkey on Thanksgiving. We do steak and lobster. One year, I just told my husband, you know, I just don't like turkey. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, I don't like turkey. And he's like, well, what do you want to have? And I said, steak and lobster. And he said, let's do it. So now we have steak and lobster on Thanksgiving. We also added scallops this past year. This is a quick and easy layout, not a whole lot to it. And sometimes I think we need these kind of layouts where we're just popping some product on a page and we're not really worrying about it and we're having it. So this is Lana and I at the Cantina in Star Wars Land, and it's just a love this moment. This is an acrylic piece that I colored with alcohol ink. These are Flair from Scrap and Happy Studio, and this is just an acrylic word. Here we have another Cantina layout. Just use some, what is this called? Glitter tape, a couple little brads and little puffy stickers and things like that. And this has a skull on it, and I thought, you know, it's appropriate. Here is another Cantina layout. So hello, fun times at the bar with my kid. And then this shows you like their stuff that they had with alcohol and their stuff that they had without alcohol. This is a scrap lift of Moira's. Liked her layout so much, I decided to scrap lift it. Totally different colors and theme though. Here is a layout that I did for stamping for scrapbookers, where I used this pattern paper and then used some circle stamps to stamp on top of it to just really give the pattern paper a little bit more oomph to it. Very primary colors. This is a layout that I did called Storybook Land is Awesome. And if you've never been to Disneyland, they have Storybook Land, where you ride in a boat and you see all the miniatures of the stories. Now, this is the layout that I saw Crystal and Moira do for their Christy Beautiful Life's sketches revisited, and I loved it so much I scrap lifted and used the sketch as well. And I just love this layout. The blues and the greens and the grays just make me happy. And this background I created using my splat technique. This is another layout for Brutus Monroe using their die of the month. So this gorgeous die right here I cut out of glitter stock and also black cardstock. And then these are crafty sentiments. And this is a set as well that you can stamp this all in one fell swoop and then cut them out all in one fell swoop. So I just decided to use them all. And this is a photo of us at Creativation this past year. This is another Brutus Monroe layout, just titled Summer Nights, and I used, you know, I'm still loving rainbows, so I used the stencil of the month and just pushed velveteen glazes through it, and then used the slimline paper pad to place on coordinating colors there. This layout I absolutely love. I used absolutely no pattern paper whatsoever. And I also used my Kill a Kit with Style for this month. So I did some stenciling here in the background. I used some tulle just to give it a little bit of something. And then lots of little bits, but no pattern paper. Here is a Hey Girl, I Like Your Spaceship layout. This is mandala number 2 from Scrapping Reflections stencil. This is the layout that I created when I pulled the stencil print for the other layout. So if you haven't seen the video, you lay your paper down, put your stencil on top of it, spray the crap out of it, place another piece of paper on top of your layout, and you can pull a print, or you can very carefully lift your stencil and place it down on another piece of cardstock and pull your print that way. But this is the other side of it. This is the layout that I created for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club telephone hop. More splat technique of mixed media, some fringe, and then just some photos of the 4th of July and the Pop It aftermath. Here is a layout about Disneyland again. This is just celebrating Cars Land. This is the mini mandala stencil. Just a good layout, I think. I love orange, blue, and green together. It's one of my favorite color combinations. This layout I created with the Brutus Monroe scrapbooking box. I used some cloud glaze, which has a real fun texture to it. I used the stamp and fussy cut out a few little things and then added some felt clouds to it. And this is just photos where the smoke from the lightning fires out here in California started to invade basically my drive home. Is where we really started to see them. And now the Napa fires are happening, and we're all smoky and hazy again over here. This is a layout that I created with Paper House Productions products. This is the ride queue for the Millennium Falcon, and I love how this one turned out. This one evokes feeling in me, because this ride is so amazing and so immersive, and you think that you're in it. It's crazy. Here I have Yay Art Party. This is Lana and I showing off our 0 dogs that we drew at the Animation Academy. I also have Jack Skellington and Sally's that we drew that I'll be documenting as well. Here is the one and only time I pulled in an animal sticker from my Kill a Kit with Style. Just not a fan of it, and I figured since that guy was here, the hummingbird could go in too. Here is a layout that I made. This is the mandala stencil. I used 2 different Nouveau mousses on here and kind of swirled them together, so a lighter and a darker color. And then I was going to keep it kind of like soft and just browns and greens, and then I went in and I brought in the darker color, and I actually love it. So this is Lana roasting Brussels sprouts for us. Love those roasted Brussels sprouts. This is one of those gotta get it done, gotta get a quick and easy page of stuff, of photos that I want to go in my album, but I really don't have anything beautiful to do about it. So these are just kind of like scenery photos from Star Wars Land. And, I didn't want to put them all on new single 12 by 12 layout. So I just popped them all down on a sheet of craft cardstock, did a little decoration here, flipped the cardstock over, popped them down, did a little bit more decoration. I may or may not add journaling to this. We'll see. Once I look at the layout, we'll figure out if I need to, or the completed album, we'll figure out if I need to do that. This is my super back room. It's an empty back room, you guys. This is every retail manager's dream, is to have your area of the back room empty, because that means the product is on your floor and that means people are buying it. This is a layout that I created for Off the Board. It is with the All-Star stencil from Scrapping Reflections, and then a bunch of sprays over top of it, and not a whole heck of a lot of journaling. I have other backroom photos that are going to go with this series where I will put the journaling down on there. And then the last layout is this one. This is Always Thankful. So it's the Honkin' Halloween from Luigi and Guido. This was Lana's favorite ride in Cars Land, and we rode it over and over and over again. It's pretty cool. The cars basically dance. They're trackless, so they're like, it's just a fun time. But that is that one. So how many layouts did we get done this month? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, make sure the dirty words were so covered, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 layouts in September. Not my best month. I have done upwards of, 100 some months, but 37 is good. That's more than a layout a day, and really, really good considering I was on vacation for 2 weeks out of the year. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear which was your favorite layout of mine from this month. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.